Hey everyone! Welcome to another episode of Lowdown, your source for arts, music, and entertainment from the Akron area and beyond. On today's episode, we are featuring a rap duo, an indie pop duo, and Akron's own club, Theater Guild. Lots of singing is involved, but don't worry, we've managed our way to get arts in this episode as well. So stay tuned for this episode of Lowdown. Welcome back. So, I don't know about you guys, but I have a younger sister and sometimes siblings can get on our nerves. Other times though, we get along fairly well. But you know who gets along the most as siblings? A pair of identical twins. That's right, Nalani and Serena are identical sisters and are a duo indie pop group from New Jersey. They decided to pursue music together as great minds think alike. Let's check out their set.
So I'm Nalani,
And I'm Serena.
and we're here at the Rialto Theater in Akron, Ohio, which is our first time ever playing here in Ohio. So we visited Akron to visit the Summit, which is the radio station here. So we visited here 3 months ago, but this is our first official time playing a venue and playing a show here.
We got to do an in-studio performance there, and we got to talk with a lot of the people that were members there, and everyone is just so welcoming and so passionate about music, and I feel like Akron in general is filled with a lot of people like that. It's a really cool, tight-knit music scene.
So the cool thing is that we're actually visiting a lot of places that we've never been to before. So we went to Tennessee, we visited Nashville for the first time, which was on our bucket list. We tried Southern Biscuits for the first time, which was huge.
We've basically been seeing a lot of places we haven't seen yet, and we're excited to share our music with people everywhere. And you know, that's the goal. Once we go there, we want to go around the entire world. But just seeing places in the United States is pretty cool.
We definitely have that East Coast hustle in our blood. I mean, I'd like to think. But the cool thing is, where we live in New Jersey, it's midpoint between New York and Philadelphia. So we grew up going to both of those cities. I mean, we associate ourselves as New Yorkers, but we had that luxury of being able to go to all these different places in a reasonable amount of time. So I think that has automatically just infused in our music, just based on observation. We write songs a lot about other people, so that automatically is infused in our writing. That actually took 2 years in the making, just honestly because we kept writing new material, and that whole album is a very observational album. We take on a lot of topics of people our age. So things,
Because we find that interesting. We don't like to write it, just love a song after
Yeah.
love a song. It's more interesting to almost be the mirror for people and to kind of show people what's going on and issues that we think are important that should be voiced in music. So each song was kind of answering one another, and it's about people in their 20s, getting out of school, trying to find a job, real issues that it's kind of like the reality of what you go through when things get tough. And that's what we like to think of that whole album as, just a song about people in our age going through the normal struggles.
we have a song called Tomorrow and Yesterday, which is the last track on the album, and that's one of the few songs that's actually about us. Like we said, all the songs are about our peers, but that's one that really is very specific to our childhood and just reflecting on your life thus far. But the cool thing is that, once we released it, it got some radio airplay on Sirius XM, and someone messaged us from Chicago saying that they totally resonated with the song, and the guy actually ended up playing it for his daughter's wedding, and did this whole montage with videos and that sort of thing. So it was cool to see something that was super specific to us when we were writing it be so connected with someone across the country. I think that was the most rewarding thing.
Young and inexperienced, about people our age getting out of school and trying to find a job, and just finding a job that you're passionate about, that you actually went to school for, because I feel like that's super tough now. I mean, people go and get waitressing jobs and things that are around what they went to school for. And I feel like that's super tough and it's not really talked about yet. It's been going on for so many years. The coolest part about that song is once we started performing it, people of all ages started coming up to us and saying, man, I went through that same thing, or I'm still going through that now, but I'm older. And it's cool to see how music can translate that way. Yeah, it's funny, we get asked a lot, when was the moment that you were like, I'm gonna just do music? When music's been so part of our life and in our blood that it wasn't really a distinct choice. I mean, to some extent it was, but it's been so a part of our life that it doesn't seem any different. But we were about 15 when we decided to start writing songs.
Piano is a great foundation to just learn theory and all the basics, and from there we taught ourselves other instruments like guitar and ukulele. You know, we grew up playing music and always knew it was going to be part of our lives.
We actually graduated high school early, and I've just been pursuing music since. But it's interesting, especially being on the road. It's so nice having not just family, but there's a closer bond with being a twin. Fights are shorter. I mean, it's just fight over stupid things, and you just always have someone that grounds you. So that's helpful in many ways.
And that also crosses over with like songwriting and performing live. People always ask us, you know, do you have telepathy? It comes out in its truest form when we're songwriting. You know, we'll finish each other's sentences. The same goes for performing live. We'll do things that we don't even voice to each other, and we'll just follow each other naturally.
What?
It's kind of freaky sometimes.
Yeah, so even the thing with duos, a lot of them have like one main singer or one main songwriter. But with us, it's super collaborative. We always wanted every single song to have a part of each of us in it, whether it's in the lyrics or the melody or in some fashion. And that was very important to us. And it just comes naturally too. It's not like we have to split this up exactly 50%, but it's, in general, it just, the way that we've worked, and it's worked very well.
Nalani and Serena loved their Puerto Rican background, and I guess you could say this next artist is pretty fluent in music. Artist HR3 switches from rap to experimental to multiple other groups, as he is talented at many styles of music. HR3 is in a band called Blue Light, who performed at the AV Club for an album release. But for this show, we decided to open up with Flacco Torres as they started a new rap group called Free Black. Free Black's message is that there is no one way to be black. Let's listen to what they have to say.
My name's Holbert Riles III. I'm a drummer and a producer. Living here in Akron, Ohio.
My name is Flacco Torres, and I am the creator of Nobody Cares News, because nobody cares. Yeah.
And we're here tonight at the Blue Light home album release here at AV Club, featuring Free Black.
This is the first official one.
Mm-hmm.
We have been doing this. No, this is the first one where we have like a set list.
Yeah, we have the band name and the title.
Yeah.
Before we just do like, several tracks which are on the Free Black album, but now it's just official.
How it would go was it would be an HR3 solo set, and we had songs. But we wouldn't have a set list, so the names in my head were changing. We had a few shows where he's like, "Yeah, we're doing this one," and then we get up there and the beat would come on, and I was like, "I didn't know that this was the name of that one." And, all right, now I'm freestyling. But yeah, this is like the first like show as Free Black, so I'm really excited about that. Yeah.
Miles Davis.
Really, I'm a drummer first. I kind of fell into the hip hop and the sampling thing like maybe in 2000, officially like 2011 or 2012. But I didn't really start doing it until for real until 2015. Phil Anderson, who's also in Blue Light, gave me this little MPK Mini, and that was just the start of it, and I just started learning how to use it with like GarageBand and Logic Pro 10, and it started from there, and I just started like chopping up just musics that I really liked. I tie that in with my drumming because, with live drums and samples that I can control at the same time, it's like almost like another form of like coordination, kind of like being a DJ, but you get to touch whatever chops you have meanwhile trying to play the drums at the same time, which I think that can really be something. I'm still learning that, I'm only like 2 years into doing this, but I mean, as a drummer, I play with several different groups: Blue Light, Get On Up, Red Light Roxy, Open Spaces Trio, Raspberry Jackson, Michael Vincent Quintet, and various other people.
There's like four more.
You from time to time.
There's like 4 more.
Yeah.
We got an album premiere show on Thursday the 25th at Hive Mind in Akron.
I am going to Chicago tomorrow with Blue Light. We're playing a show there, and then next week I'm playing in Kent with Raspberry Jackson. The week after that, Free Black is being released. October 26th is the official release date. The 25th is the premiere date at Hive Mind. Please come check it out if you guys are free. The 27th, I have potentially got 2 shows. I'm not sure.
Oh yeah, you trying to be asleep?
Because I'm playing, potentially with Pupils of Groove, which is like a funk, rock, blues trio. Up in Nelson's Ledges, which that should be interesting because the weather just dropped. Well, tonight, Blue Light is the other group I'm in. We're releasing our album tonight. We recorded it about 1.25 years ago, and we're just now releasing it. We're really looking forward to it. If you want to check out some more of my projects or just any of the music, HR3 Beats, Drums, and Music is my Facebook page. HR3 Drums is my Instagram. And HR3 Drums and Music is my SoundCloud. I do also have a Bandcamp. Just type in HR3 and...
When I'm ready to buy, still chasing, ready to die, yeah, I might be. Somewhere along the way I got caught in the whirlwind while they professing theories of the world's end. Rappers going for dab and catch the rock bottom. Turn the video off.
Wow, that rap group was so inspirational. Maybe you guys can find some inspiration from music during this break. Lowdown will be right back. Welcome back. Did you find that inspiration? Well, I know some of our team members found inspiration in students that are involved with Theater Guild here at Akron. Theater Guild's newest production, Big Love, is based on one of the earliest plays in existence. This show is a contemporary telling of a Greek tragedy. The students put in a lot of amazing work towards the show to make it come to life. Let's take a look at the rehearsal before opening night.
Hi, my name is Jim Sloviak. I'm a professor of theater here at the University of Akron, and I'm the director of the fall main stage production, Big Love, by Charles Mee. And we are at Sandifer Theater in Gazetta Hall. Big Love is a play based on one of the earliest existing play scripts, an ancient Greek play called The Suppliants, and by Aeschylus, one of the great 4 Greek dramatists. So this is a contemporary rendering of The Suppliants, and it's the story of 50 sisters who have been contracted in marriage to their cousins, who are all brothers also, and they really don't want to get married, and so they escape from Greece to Italy, and the brothers follow them there and force them into marriage, and the women rebel and kill their husbands, except for one who actually falls in love with the husband, and she's then put on trial for betraying her sisters. That's the version, and that's the same story that we are telling, but in a more contemporary way. It's very physical. I think you'll see people running and hanging and doing acrobatics, and The set has been designed in a way that they can slam themselves into it and do all sorts of interesting things. Well, the playwright Charles Mee, he believes that there's no such thing as an original play, and many of his plays, if not all of them, are based on other plays. And so he actually wants people to use his plays and to make them their own. So we've added certain elements. I think we've kind of given it a little bit of an Akron stamp. So we've included a couple of new characters, and we've also given the theme of female oppression and the themes of immigrants and refugees. We've also added elements from current events. Well, the show opens October 25th, and it runs Thursday, Friday, Saturday evening at 7:30 here in Santa Fe Theater and Gazetta Hall, October 25, 26, 27, and November 1, 2, and 3. So we run for 2 weekends. And then there are 2 matinees, one on October 28th at 2 o'clock and one on Saturday, November 3rd at 2 o'clock. So we do 8 performances. Since it bridges Halloween, we've decided that anyone who wants to come in costume can get $1 off their ticket price. I think if you come in like bridal costume, like a marriage costume, dressed as a bride or a groom or a bridesmaid or something, you actually get $2 off your ticket price. We are performing also right before Election Day that people will go out and vote.
Wow, you definitely do not want to miss that show. Up next, our member Jordan traveled to Cleveland to visit the Cleveland Flea. This seasonal event highlights local artisans and small business owners from all over Ohio. You can find everything at this flea, from vintage clothes to unique food and a DIY pumpkin patch. Let's see what else she discovered at the flea.
Hi, I'm Kayla Miracle. I work on the Flea event staff, and today's Flea is our last Flea outside downtown this year. And today's theme is Oktoberfest, so we have about 100 vendors, 100 plus vendors here, just selling their homemade goods and vintage goods. So it's a really good time. As the Flea, we really try to empower women and as well just take care of the environment. So a big thing in Tyler Village here, this is an old factory, so they've like redone the whole inside, so now it's office space, and there's also a school within here, like a vocational type of school, and they have their own like garden area, and we try to bring in different vendors, but like the Lakewood Plant Company is one of the big ones, and a lot of people do things that are like eco-friendly and, you know, trying to save the earth a little bit. During the summer months, we're outside here, and then we do a holiday market as well, and that's always inside. So April through October, the outdoor fleas, and then we have November and December inside at our holiday market. So we have vendors from all over Ohio, but we are expanding to all over the country. So there are vendors that make anything from jewelry. There's one lady who she actually uses the broken glass from car break-ins and makes beautiful jewelry out of it, so kind of turning a negative into a positive. We have soaps, all kinds of clothing, there's home decor, all kinds of stuff. It's really a free-for-all. The big thing is like bringing artists together. It's also really great because they're doing a thing called the Creative Clubhouse. So we have women entrepreneurs that may need some space just to work, or who just want to be around other women who are owning their own businesses, so they can come here in Tyler Village and work in our space. So we have some really cool stuff. So it's just about, you know, empowering entrepreneurs to do what they're doing and make Cleveland great. My favorite part of the Flea is just finding new stuff. There's always like a new vendor that has something you've never thought of, and it's like really inspiring if you ever want to own your own business or start something new, to be able to think like outside the box. So it's really a cool place to shop and just meet new people, and there's always really great food, so it's fun.
Black carpet, I'm in trouble. Black carpet, I see trouble. Man, 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 I'm not gonna get home.
It looks like I've got some shopping to do this week. Be sure to stay tuned for more music and art after this short commercial break. We'll be right back. I wish we could check out more, but unfortunately, that's all the time we have for today. Don't forget to like us on Facebook and follow us on Twitter and Instagram at ZTV Lowdown. I'm Sophia Stokes, and we'll see you next time on Lowdown.
This program was produced by ZTV at the University of Akron. To find out how you can make Emmy-winning media, visit the UA School of Communication online. ZTV. Make media. Make a difference.